What up, what up, what up?
We're back. We're back. You know, we're kind of mixing it up, switching it up, keeping you on your toes, whether it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Now we're back. We're here on the Belly Up Network. Tonight we got a fun little ditty of nothing really going on in the Philly sport. The Philly sports world is kind of dried up. The Flyers suck as usual. The Sixers have not played a game in a couple of days with the All-Star break. We don't know if we're ever going to see baseball again.
That's so sad.
And the Eagles, you know, they're off season. I'm sure we'll kind of ramp it up. We'll probably do a draft show coming up soon.
Yeah.
But tonight, we're just keeping it light and bright. So we got, just thank our sponsors, first of all, the La Terrain luxury watches, the Team Clicks. You can find us, find them, find us. If you're clicking on the link in our bio, the link tree's got all of any place your podcast might be found. Our merch. We got a new merch thing that dropped last week. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Mm-hmm. But it is Fearing the Beard. So if you want to go get this Drunk on Broad merch, you can find this and all of our other merch on our merch store. But Rich, I don't know how much of the NBA All-Star game you saw or the skills competition.
None.
It all sucked. So tonight, Rich, we're going to mix it up a little bit.
Okay.
The All-Star games suck.
Yes.
The skills competitions are garbage.
Yeah. From what I've heard. And I heard the dunk contest was a huge disappointment.
Well, you know what? Let's start there. The NBA dunk competition sucked. The highlight of the night was the three-point contest.
Yeah, Cat won.
Rich, what's going on? How do we fix it? If I'm putting you in charge, Rich, Adam Silver calls you up tomorrow and says, Rich, you're fixing we need you to help fix NBA Saturday night, the All-Star game. How do you fix that in the NBA?
Well, let's be real. Who were the people dunking? I can't even tell you who they are. And that's just me being what up, Mike? That's like Chris, what's up, buddy? That's like me being the casual fan of not knowing who these players are and having zero interest in watching them. I haven't watched a dunk contest since, 2016, when it was Levine versus Gordon. I think that was the last one I watched because you can't beat that, especially with four guys who you're not emotionally invested in, four guys who aren't household names.
Right.
If you're going to do something that is a skill competition or a highlight, get people in there who are known. You're pushing these guys on us, okay, because everybody else says, I don't want to do it. Because what's the point of participating? That's my problem with all the All-Star games, because there's nothing there. You're just playing for what? Pride? And most of these guys don't want to play for pride because look what happened to Chris Paul. Right. Chris Paul got hurt in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
This is why if it's a pointless game, it shouldn't even be played because there's no point. Like Steph breaking the three-point record. How many shots were contested? None.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you're talking about at that point, Rich, you're talking about what ended up being a glorified, shoot around, right? Nobody's playing defense until the fourth quarter. I think for me, like if I'm looking at the All-Star game, right, I'm going to go slightly out of the box and maybe steal something from the NHL, which I don't mind, which is like, all right, you split it up into four teams, right? You have two teams play in the first quarter. You have two teams play in the second quarter, and maybe the second half you play the two teams that win. something that allows for the teams to be competitive throughout the entire game. Because the fourth quarter of the All-Star game is a great watch because everybody's playing defense. Everybody wants to win. But to me, I look at that and I'm like, yo, what the hell am I watching? To the point where I don't even watch.
I don't tune into any All-Star game besides baseball, because baseball is the only one where it's, to me, is one-on-one. You have the best pitchers versus the best hitters. Right. And the pitchers always bring the juice, and the hitters aren't going up there trying to bunt. They're not going up there to try to hit singles. They're trying to hit moonshots off of these pitchers who are ramping up, throwing 99 to 102, like in their one inning of them doing it. Slam ball would be perfect. I love slam ball.
So to speak to Mike's point, right? My one idea to fix one of the events on Saturday night is one, Rich, I like where you're talking about where you need guys that people know. So either make the purse big enough or make, I heard someone, I can't remember where, I heard someone talk about, make the purse big enough that, it's a donation to their charity so that there's something invested. But I thought about, like, what if you had, the YouTube dunkers versus somebody on the, two guys from YouTube, two guys from the NBA, right? Then there's something invested, right? Those guys are trying to get their name out. Those guys are trying to win, the 10, 20, 30 grand, whatever it is.
I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with anything that's interesting.
So something that mixes it up slightly.
And how many different variation of dunks can you do?
Right.
And
I heard someone talk about like slam dunk horse, right? Or like spin a wheel, right? Have 10 iconic dunks on there, right? Spin a wheel. Everybody's got to do that dunk. Whoever's got the top, top two scores, like moves on. Spin the wheel again, like something that is like, give me something that mixes it up a little bit. Because you're right, Rich. There's not very many things that are new that people are doing that keep people interested. There were better dunks in the All-Star game than there were in the slam dunk competition.
And let's be real. Once you miss the dunk, you should be done.
Right. This whole, like, I get 5 different attempts. I get 2 minutes, whatever it is.
Because the crowd's out of it. You missed the first one. It's
right.
Like, all right, I'm done. And it's like, his score is going to go down. So it doesn't matter. Yep. They need to come up with different types of challenges. Like, I don't care if it's like the moving backboard 3-point challenge, like where it goes up and drops down. Like, do something that's interesting, arcade style. Like, that would be fun. Or a team 3-point style or team 3-point challenge. Okay. And have it be guys and girls. Like, have it be the WNBA and the NBA. Like, 2 people from the same city and you take their combined score. Something different. Like skills competition with, 2 different point guards, like the point guards from the WNBA and the NBA, like see who can do it faster. Like, do like the crazy shot challenge where it's like 1 point for underneath, 100 for like the back corner, like something like fun and crazy, like that people want to see. That it's an exhibition, but it's like, that would be fun. I would love to try that.
You got to revamp it completely.
Yes, it's boring as hell.
So Adam brings up, what's worse, the Pro Bowl or the NBA All-Star game? Rich, if you had an opportunity to fix the Pro Bowl, if you had some completely because I got an out of the box idea that at least is maybe slightly more interesting.
To fix the Pro Bowl. Oh. Well, nobody wants to play in the Pro Bowl and play hard because they're going to get hurt.
Rich, what if I told you that the Pro Bowl had higher ratings than Game 6 of the NBA Finals?
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's nuts, right?
that's pretty goofy. I would say bring back rock and jock football and make that be the Pro Bowl. Put Snoop Dogg in the end zone and push him on a giant chair and throw him the pass. Have Nelly out there just going crazy. You have to incorporate for the Pro Bowl. It's one, I understand these guys made it because they are all pros or they were voted to the Pro Bowl. But once you get to that game, it's the end of the season, everybody's like, I'm not going to get hurt. So what do you do to fix it, Don? Because honestly, I have no idea.
All right, Rich, here's my out-of-the-box idea. I'm going to have the two worst teams play, and the winner gets the number 1 pick.
I would like to see that.
At least it's a game where people are invested. It's a game where people want to see who's going to get the number 1 pick, right? Especially if it's
I like it, Don.
A top-of-the-line quarterback. Give me something where those players might be invested in playing in that game. Because, not for nothing, but those guys don't give a shit about anything. They don't care. And most of the guys are opting out. Most of the guys are playing. And I didn't need to see more than one play in that game to know that those, like, just give those guys the bonus of being selected to the Pro Bowl and just be done with it. Don't even bother with the game. But Rich, if more people are tuning in to watch that than there are watching the NBA Finals, which is
I would like to see like, Detroit versus the Jets or like something like that. Like that would be actually cool.
So something like that again is out of the box, that switches it up. Mike wants the NBA guys to drain buckets from the stands. Yeah, listen, I'm here for it all. Like, give me something. Like, give me something where I'm looking at whatever I'm seeing and I'm interested, and I'm not trying to change the channel, because I gotta be honest, I couldn't change the channel fast enough with some of this stuff.
Yeah, have like a team shooting thing where like one person is in the stands with a rack of balls, another person's in the rafters with a rack of balls, another person's in the tunnel.
Yeah,
I still don't think that's. I still don't think that's going to work, Mike, because nobody wants to get hurt. So it still involves running and cutting, and I don't think that's like Mac Jones ran for like what, a 75-yard touchdown because nobody wanted to tackle him. Like, the only way to fix those games is to, like you said, make it meaningful. Like for the Pro Bowl at the end of the season, you get the number 1 pick. Do the same thing for, I don't know, you could do it for all the sports, but I do like the purity of baseball. Like it just shows how hard baseball is, want the home run derby and the All-Star game. But I would like to see the baseball come out with the skills competition. Like hardest throw, targets from the outfield, like stuff like that would be insane. Fastest time around the bases. Like,
Rich, they do that in Japan.
That's
one of the things in Japan at the All-Star game, they have a bunting competition. So they got to bunt to specific targets.
That's pretty cool.
Right? Like whatever, right? Something out of the box that is just it's just cool to watch. The one thing that Jason and I talked about on the Drunk on Ice show with the NHL All-Star game was getting rid of the 3-on-3, going back to the 5-on-5.
Yeah, you have to. I like that.
Right? But the MLB All-Star game, right, is the one that just kind of slots in as like, I think because it's the closest to the original game. It doesn't diverge from.
Guys aren't out there like booting balls like on purpose or not playing defense. Right. Like it's reaction time. Like you're going after everything because that's how you play the game. You're not going up there, I'm going to throw a lollipop to my best friend and he's going to hit it 500 feet. It's like, no, I'm going to throw pure gas. And
and you get to see some of those matchups that you might not always see, right? Yeah. You saw, a couple of years ago when they had the matchup with, I think it was with Scherzer and Ohtani, right? Yeah. That you get those one-on-one matchups that are great to watch and it's great theater. And I didn't like the idea of them tying it to the winner, the winning team gets the home field advantage. But I get why they did it. To me, it didn't really make sense.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, we're switching it up. We're off of sports. Give me the non-sports show or movie you're watching.
Ooh. So I was watching before I started my job. I was watching a lot of the old Real World challenges on Paramount. I was going back and watching like all the old ones and just remembering like, oh shit, I forgot this person was on there. Oh man, this person's been on there for so long. But I was watching that and I always love it. And I love the old school style where it was less theatrical and it was more physical and fun and group stuff.
Yeah.
But right now we are watching All of Us Are Dead on Netflix.
Okay. Tell me about it.
I believe it is. Don't get me wrong. So Vietnamese, maybe. Or I want to say, I don't think it's Korean. I think it might be, maybe. I'm not sure. But it is one of the countries over in Asia. There is a bunch of high school kids who are trapped in a high school because of a zombie outbreak. And
so Walking Dead-esque?
Kind of like The Walking Dead. But the virus was created by a guy who wanted his son to stop being bullied. So he created this serum that would give him like anger and strength and like hostility so he wouldn't be so docile, but it actually turned him into a zombie. And then the lab rats wound up biting somebody who bit somebody who bit somebody. Gotcha. And then boom, zombie. But some people don't turn into zombies, or do they? So I like watching all of the like the Korean or like the French or the Dutch, the Norway, sitcoms on Netflix because they're very, very, very good. Especially like the crime ones are phenomenal. Gotcha. But if you want to laugh, Murderville. So
I've heard about this
5 times. I cried 5 times with laughter. It is so fucking good.
So all right, so I got to ask you, in English, is it dubbed or is it subtitled?
Nah, subtitles only.
Okay.
Subtitles only.
When I was watching Squid Game, I had to do the same thing.
Yeah, no, because it's not even the fact that it's like the dub is bad. It's the fact that the words that they're using aren't even close to like the original.
Gotcha.
Of like what they're saying. Like Oscar was the one who put me onto that. He's like, bro. He's like, don't watch anything dubbed in a foreign language because it screws up the language.
Yeah, I did that with when I was watching Squid Game, and I had to go just Korean, read the subtitles. But a show that I'm watching, Rich, that I think you might be interested, if you're on Hulu, watching the Wu-Tang American Saga.
I saw that. It's on Showtime.
It's incredible.
It looks badass. I just need to find the time to watch it because I know I can't watch that with Ollie.
No.
No, I can't watch that during the day.
No, you definitely can't.
I know I can't.
But it's all of the like. It starts from and you see some of the main characters are really prominently featured. You can tell who Old Dirty Bastard is. You can tell who Method Man is. You can tell them right away. But just seeing the evolution of how that started, like I'm like 4 episodes in, so you're starting to see the underground of them kind of go into the drug sales and kind of start to evolve out of that into the opportunities in the music. I'm hooked. It's so crazy.
I have to check that out because I do love the Woo.
All right, Rich. My wife is chiming in. She's driving home, but her favorite show is coming back. Rich, have you ever seen Outlander?
Yes. I've seen
it. The boss lady is hooked. It's great. It's coming back. She's all about it. I gotta admit, I wasn't in on it at first.
I'm good.
I like it. It's our mutual show.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of like sex and like crazy shit, so it's like not too bad.
It is.
I mean, she basically created the blowjob, so good for her. Like that was pretty funny when they incorporated that. He goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is hilarious." But I watched like Jamie and her mom like love it.
Yes,
and I'm just kind of like, it's not my thing. Like I like the whole time travel aspect of it, but I'm just for some reason I don't like him. I think she's great in it, but I'm not a real big fan of. I think his name's Jamie, right?
Yes.
Jamie. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. But the wifey loves it. She's like, "Oh, Outlander was so good," and I'm like, it's not something I'm really about. She's like the wife loves watching. It's all like death and gore and like true crime stuff. Like I love like the true crime. Jamie likes to be scared. Like she woke me up the other night and like punched me. I was like, I just had a bad dream. There's zombies because I watched 4 episodes of the zombie show. And I'm like, oh God. But like I watched the Catching Killer show. That is on Netflix. That's pretty crazy. It's just about like the first one was BTK. Do you remember the BTK killer?
Yeah.
So how he came back like 25 years later and started sending the cops notes again. And the only way they found him was he wrote to the cops, if I send you a floppy disk, can I be like followed or like, can you find out who I am? And they're like,
really?
Like, what do you think? We're going to like be honest with this guy? No. So he sends a file on it and it's a Microsoft Word. And you know, Microsoft, you have to have the license for it. So it gives his name and the church. And Jamie's like, I can't believe that guy ran a church. I'm like, babe, killers are everywhere. So they wound up finding it out from that. And then they went to Michigan State where his daughter was because they got DNA from the first crimes he ever committed, got the DNA from his daughter and familiar match. They got him. And then like you see like him in interrogation, they're like, who are you? And he's like, BTK. And then he talked for like 8 hours, like in detail. All these people like laughing, no remorse, because it was his secret that he could finally talk to like people about. I'm like, this is so fucked up.
So Rich, to be completely transparent, those shows scare the fucking shit out of me. Those shows shows, they scare the fucking shit out of me. I have no desire to know something that like if it's fictional, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if this shit actually went down and this dude was living in a fucking neighborhood that looked just like mine. Was dry, like that stuff. Like there are shows like that I won't go near. Lacey she'll watch them. She has no problem watching them, turn the TV off, go right to bed. Me, I'm freaked out. So I want
She goes right to bed afterward. And I'm like sitting, I'm thinking, I'm like I'm good with certain like scary movies. Like, but the ghost ones, like the cheesy ones, I'm like, I could fall asleep. But like the Insidiouses and stuff like that, where it's like things in the background and stuff, I'm like, man, I'm not going to sleep for like at least 3 to 4 years.
Well, speaking of not being scared, Rich, the weather today, incredible, right? It's February. Thank you, global warming, for the 70-degree day at the end of February. Had me jonesing for like the outdoor activities.
Yeah.
Like in the spring, into the summer. What's your favorite outdoor weather activity? Warm weather, outdoors.
My favorite warm weather outdoor activity is wiffle ball. I love wiffle. I mean, I can't with the arm. I can't pitch like I used to. I used to play in a wiffle ball league indoors. They used to call me Doc because I was just mowing everybody down. And I never had to throw hard. It was just all junk. I had like 7 different pitches. Won 2 titles, lost 2 in the championship game. I won like 48 and 2 was my wiffle ball record.
Nice.
And it's one of my favorite things to play. Like I love them. Like my friends, they go, "Hey, I want to play wiffle ball today," or like, "You want to get together this weekend?" And it's like all of us are like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it." And it's just always a good time. Shits, giggles, drink some beers. Wiffle ball's great. Or can jam. Can jam's another one I could play. Can jam for hours on.
So can jam is something that I never got into. But
once you start playing, Don, you'll never want to stop. It's one of those things. You got to play with the right people. Like we'll play for like 9 hours on a Saturday. Keep just run it back. We get if all our friends are together, it's like, yo, who wants to play? It's like, all right, who's next? And we just keep battling.
Just keep going back and forth. Wow.
What about you? What do you got?
So Adam brought up basketball, right? One of my favorite things to do, especially as a kid, right, was to just go outside, right? And I grew up in a cul-de-sac. We had a basketball hoop at the other end of the cul-de-sac, right? Just go out and just shoot, right? Part of getting a basketball, we got a hoop for the driveway a couple years ago for the kids. Mostly it was for me to just have that like on, and it was great, Rich, during the pandemic when we were, just trying to get outside, even on those days in early March and April when it's still cold out, going out and, I love shooting hoops. It's just something that is just completely mindless. I don't have to think about it. You can just kind of zone out and do anything. And now as an adult, cornhole is just a good, fun, just mindless, like just love just kind of going out and it's something that now I can do with the kids, right? The kids are old enough that we can all play together. So when we get the whole backyard, when we'll get it all set up and just get the cornhole set up, those are just, and listen, anytime you can be outside, take a break on one of the Adirondack chairs, cold beer. There's nothing like it.
I do love it. I do love it.
Adam, listen, Adam, that was an everyday walk home from school, drop the backpack right at the front door, grab the basketball in the same motion, right, and go outside, right? Anytime you can get outside and kind of do that, there's nothing like that.
Nothing like going to the courts on Friday night.
Laying
under the lights.
My God, nothing like that. Rich, we're gonna play a game.
All right, I'm gonna suck at this game.
It's called By the Numbers. I'm gonna give you a number. You're gonna tell me anybody you remember that wore that jersey number.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You're gonna do the same for me.
All right.
I'm just gonna pick a random number. All right. Rich, your number tonight is 17. Anybody in Philly sports that you remember that wore the number 17? All right.
Jalen Rager. Is he 17?
He is not.
Dude, I don't know numbers.
All right.
I'm so terrible with numbers.
All right. So, Rich.
AI was number 3.
Oh my God. All right. So, wide receiver on the Super Bowl.
Alshon Jeffrey.
Okay. Third baseman for the Phillies.
Scott Roll.
Shooting guard for the Sixers. White guy.
Kyle Korver.
Not Kyle Korver.
TJ McConnell.
Nope.
Is he on the team now?
He is not. He left and took a big bag of money.
Oh, JJ Redick.
JJ Redick. Anybody you remember from the Flyers?
From the Flyers? Scotty Hartnell.
There you go. All right, Rich, do you have a number for me?
Hold on. Let me find you a good one. I'm going to get you a good one.
All right.
All right, let's go. Let's go number 8.
Number 8. Ooh. All right. Number 8. We go Aaron Mckee.
Okay.
Number 8. Wow.
So Aaron Mckee is there.
Okay.
There was another Sixer who we traded away, who ended up being pretty good in 2012. Center.
Ooh. No. Down there was 0.
No, this is 2012, and he ended up being really good.
Ooh, Nick Vucevic.
Yep, Nikolai Vukovic. How about this guy? A process favorite.
Ooh. Would that be one Tony Roten?
Yes. And then immediately following another process favorite.
Oh.
We spent a big pick on this guy.
Oh, big pick. Jahlil Okafor.
Yep. And then another guy in 2019 that we spent a big pick from.
Number 8 was a pretty popular pick for the oh my god.
For the guys that did nothing for our team.
Right. After Okafor.
Yep.
But before what position did he play?
I think he was supposed to be a small forward or a forward guard.
God, I don't know.
We traded him away. We drafted him in 2019.
Ooh.
First round pick.
2019.
Brett Brown loves saying his name.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Zaire.
All right, now let's go to the Phillies. Number 8.
The Phillies, number 8. Kim Baptiste.
Okay.
Would he be on the list?
Let me see. Yes. All right. This guy was a third base coach. All-time Philly great.
Vuk?
Nope.
Oh, did Vuk wear 9?
Yes.
Damn it.
He had an all-star his rookie season.
Boa?
Nope. Led the league with 19 triples and 72 stolen bases.
Oh, shit.
That was in 1983. And he ended up being I think he was the first base coach.
Oh.
We're the third base coach.
Oh, wait. Did he catch Bob Boone?
Bob Boone is one. Bob Boone is one. I was getting ready to do him. Bob Boone is one. But this gentleman goes by name of Juan Samuel.
Oh, God. How did I forget that?
And there's another one who was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Or the Phillies Hall of Fame.
The Phillies Hall of Fame. Oh, God.
He hit a huge grand slam.
Oh, Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian.
The Flying Hawaiian. And this one says the number 1 all-time great Philly who wore number 8 is Tony Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Tony Taylor. That's before you and I. But
that is, yeah.
But that's definitely...
I'm going to try to see what Flyers. This guy. You should get it right off the bat. I think he's a coach now.
Oh, Bill Barber.
No.
No?
He played, let me see. What years did he play? Okay, so in 2003, he was on the team in 2003.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. All right, so Don Blackburn was the first number 8.
Okay.
Then Lou Morrison.
Okay.
Dave Schultz was the next.
Oh, the hammer.
The Hammer Schultz. Blake Wesley.
Ooh.
Thomas Erickson. Brad Marsh.
Hold on. Mark Recchi.
Mark Recchi. That is correct. Mark Recchi. Michael Petite. Jody Hall. Brett Hull's brother.
The wrong Hull.
The wrong Hull.
That's our long laundry list of wrong guys that we had the wrong brother.
And this guy claimed the number 8 in his rookie season, and he still wears it to this day. His rookie season was 2017 to 2018, and he is still on the Flyers. He is a defenseman.
Oh, God. Is it? Oh. Is it? Oh, Braun?
Hag. Now, let me see if there's any Eagles who wore number 8. Well, this guy was the greatest Eagle to wear number 8.
Just by your sentiments, I can only imagine.
He was a punter.
He was the punter. Would that be Johnson?
No. It was more recent. He was signed with the Eagles in 2013, but only got better with age when the team signed the then 33-year-old.
Oh, wait. Punter.
Yep.
Super Bowl.
Yep.
Oh, that's Donnie Bag of Bones Jones.
Yep, Donnie Jones. They literally said he was the greatest number 8 wearer in Eagles history.
The greatest, Rich.
And that's it. That's pretty funny.
Oh, God.
Not many good athletes, I guess, wore number 8.
Oh, my God.
Gotta love it.
Fun
that
stuff.
Was fun. That was fun. Now we just gotta brush up on.
We'll have to do that again.
Yeah, I'll come up with some better ones. I'll be more prepared. I looked at that. I'm like, I dread this question. But it was fun.
Oh, Rich. All right. Final thoughts.
Man. Final thoughts. Just, hanging along.
Sorry about everybody that was in the comments telling me all the guys that we should have been naming.
Oh,
I was
really?
totally on the wrong page. I missed Adam and Mike chiming in with a bunch of guys that had those numbers. So thank you guys for checking in.
Sorry,
Rich,
we were in the zone.
Yeah.
I apologize. My final thoughts are: I'm sorry that Robert Hag is not on the Flyers. It's a real big loss to that team. My final thoughts are, every day just have fun. Just do what you love what you do. It's kind of easy to get, fall into like the mundaneness of, the week and life. But, try to find something fun about it. Every day, a lot of people you see and you kind of like work with, or like you overhear some people have shitty attitudes. You can't fix everybody, so don't try. The only thing you can do is try to spread the joy and bring the joy in other people's lives. It's a job that we work, right? We work to get paid. And just remember, there's an end goal. I'm going to smile because I'm getting paid for this. So enjoy life, enjoy what you do, and just try to make the best out of any situation. That's my final thought. Yeah.
Listen, Rich, I'm going to piggyback on what you said, right? The break in the action in terms of this city really gave me some time to kind of take a look back at, like, I'm really excited for this whole, like, the whole James Harden stuff has me really excited to be able to jump back into watching sports again. Like, not that I ever stopped, but like super excited. Like Friday is appointment television, like sitting on the edge of my seat. Can't wait to see Harden and Embiid, and really looking at when, it made me think back to the last time I was like super excited about, seeing a guy, start to play for your city, right? Yeah. All the time. We don't have to go back that far, right, to look at Bryce Harper and how envious we were for,
Yep. Hard for Harden. You could see me now, Mike.
But really got me excited for my teams again. Being how everything right now kind of sucks. They kind of swooped in. Sixers kind of swooped in with that move and kind of saved the spring. Really just looking forward to an exciting spring, an exciting time to be able to, really, root for our team and just kind of, enjoy all the good things that come with fandom. So
I agree with you 100%.
So with that, we are Drunk on Broad. You can find us on all your streaming podcast platforms. You can find us tomorrow at noon and Saturday at noon on T Live. On the Belly Up Network. And, you can find our, in the link in our social media bio, you can find the links to all of our sponsors, to our merch store, to our everything. So if you're, we really appreciate everybody chiming in, and, look forward to checking in with everybody next week, and have a great week, and
enjoy your week.
Peace out, Philly.
Peace.